Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrong, and I'm reaching out to the student body. Okay, students, the semester is about to begin. That means we're about to start. And I know you have a million things that you're doing, but we need to get focused. Right now, I'm speaking to two classrooms. I'm speaking to my CNS 105 Network Essential students, and I'm also speaking to my CNS 141 Introduction to Network students. I am talking to both of you because I want to make sure that I build this platform directly for you. Now, I am going to cover quite a few things, and this that I cover is all about making sure that you understand your class, making sure that you get prepared and ready. So I'm going to cover everything you need to know to get this class started. The only problem I'm going to have will be, are you going to look at the videos? So just to caveat this and go straight in on it, when you email me and ask me, Professor, what should I do? I'm going to send you an email and say, let's meet, and we're going to watch the videos together, because I am going to send you this video log to your personal email, to your school email, and then it's going to be the first thing you should review when you open up your D2L page. But some people don't do that. They don't look at their emails. They don't go and look at their D2L page. They just email the professor and say, what should I do? Well, I'm about to show you what to do. I'm going to walk through everything you need to know to get you started. But if you have a problem, reach out to me. That's important. When you can't complete some work, reach out to me. So I want to make sure that you understand everything you need to know to complete this course. Okay? Now, I may miss something, but I rarely do. And if it's something else you need to know, just email me. And you know I have my open office hours from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Of course, you don't know that now, but you know now. Okay, let's get started. We're going to premise this by going through D2L, what you need to do there, the portal that you will need to do all your work in, and also an application that you will need to use. And I'm going to talk about each one of them in detail. So, grab you a cup of coffee, grab you some juice, maybe some popcorn, and sit back and watch the show. Okay, by now, you pretty much already know what D2L is. So what I'm going to do is just walk through the course and what all you need to know. Remember, I'm talking to CNS 105, CNS 141. I want you to be able to get in your class and do your work. And as you can see, you're looking at my particular portal. Now, you're going to hear me refer to D2L and the Cisco NetAcad as portals. That means places where you go do your work. I'm sure you already know that. I didn't tell you nothing new. But anyway, so when you hear me say portals, I'm referring to both of them. But individually, I'll just call out their names. So as you can see in this particular portal, this is D2L. This is the college. This is where all your work will be kept. No matter what you do in those other portals, we have to put it into here, or it has to transfer into here so you can see your work. That way, if you ever want your work, you want to go back and look at it, it's saved in here. Everything is in here. So always remember that. So whatever you see in those other portals, okay, but come check here for the final results. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go into 105. I don't have to go into 141 because you know I'm doing the same thing with both of you. Okay, so I'm going to click on 105. And when we go into there, the things that I highlight are critically important for you to be on top of. Make sure you understand that. Now, I am inside the portal from a professor's point of view, but I want to go in here from a student's point of view, what you will actually see. That way, when you open your portal up, you'll pretty much see the same thing. It may be some differences, but you'll pretty much see the same thing. Okay, as you can see, we're on the home page. You can scroll down. The first thing I want to go to is this folder right here. All of your work is in this folder. Everything that's in that folder, you need to do. So what will you do when you get to that folder? You're going to download that folder to your desktop so you'll know where to go get your work. Now remember this. Every document, whether it's a packet tracer or a lab, these are the two documents that you will be working with. Packet tracer, lab. You must put your name on it so I'll know exactly who you are. And another reason you want to name it is because you want to make sure that you completed the assignment. Some people will upload a file and they think that they uploading the right file, and because they didn't do a save and add their name to it, they upload me a blank document or they upload me a packet tracer that isn't completed. My goal this year for me is no more excuses. So I want you to be on the same page with me. We will not make excuses. Once you save a file, put your name on it so you can upload it and I can see the work. And I'll show you what that is as we proceed. But right now, I just want you to know this file has all your folders in it. Okay, now look over your home page, read it clearly, especially when it gets to the course instructions. That's important because there's a lot of rules in here. And you want to make sure you follow those rules in this classroom. Now, we ain't talking about rules for the college. We're talking about in this classroom. Make sure you know your rules because they will come back to bite you. Another thing in here is have fun with the class. Don't be scared and know that you can always talk to me, but have fun. The next place you want to go to is the content folder. This will tell you multiple things. So I'm just going to do a quick overview. It's going to describe the courses. I'm going to come down here to table of content. This will break down everything in here that you have to do. And most importantly, this is where your syllabus is at. I'm not going to click on that link because I might show some information. I'll put this on my YouTube page. And then you will see the link to your Cisco NetAcademy, which that's the next portal we're going to go to. And down here, you will see your Zoom link. Remember, when you want to meet with me, you utilize your Zoom link. Now, I guarantee you, in the midst of this semester, some student gonna email me and say, "Hey, Professor, how can we meet?" I'm gonna email them back. We're gonna meet by Zoom. "Hey, Professor, can you send me the Zoom link?" And I'm gonna say, it's in your portal, your D2L portal. Okay, look, I'm having a little fun. Now, if for some reason you don't open the syllabus and you don't read the syllabus, which will be extremely weird because you got a quiz to take called a syllabus quiz. In each one of these weeks, it has a breakdown of everything you need to do. Everything that you need to do for this class. Every week, you'll be able to go straight here and see what should I be doing this week for the class. Make sure you review the content section. Okay, enough about that. Now, when we come to the discussion session, you're going to have, make sure, and I had to stop myself, make sure you read this about posting. Posting is mission critical. Make sure you understand the policy of posting. So many students mess that up, but make sure you read it. And each week you will have a post that you will have to do. Okay, but read that. I'm not going to tell you why, but it's important. Okay, your assignments. Every assignment that you complete for me, you will upload it into that week's folder. Do not, let me say that again. Do not, let me say that again. Do not upload some into that week that does not belong there. Only the information that you have to complete for that particular week. And I said information, but I mean assignments for that particular week. Now, you will have a syllabus quiz to do when you first get in. Make sure that you do that. And you will have weekly quizzes in here. So make sure you go in here and look at your weekly quiz. You see the first one, the syllabus quiz, but you're going to see a weekly quiz for every week, okay? And then you have your grades and whatever else is in here. But those are the most important things you need to be on top of. And don't worry, I'm going to be working through this with you. You're going to see me actually sending you video logs of me doing the work too. So you can't say, oh, the professor, it's too much. I have a job. I have a family. I have multiple things I have to do. But yet I'm going to do these assignments with you through the whole 8 weeks. That way you will know, secret, I went through the whole course several hundred times. So I pretty much got it down. But anyway, I'm going to do it again. I enjoy doing the work. I have fun. You pretty much got an idea about this particular section. You're going to go to your D2L log. You're going to log into D2L. And once you log into D2L, you're going to choose your course and everything is in there. All you have to do is follow the paths on the information that's in your course. Let's go check out the next portal. Guys, we are back. We are ready to go into the next section. And this section is the portal that you will do all of your work. As you can see, this is part of the Cisco Networking Academy. This is where we do our major work. This is where you will go to get everything completed. Now, remember, you have 2 portals. And I just said the word everything. I have to clear that up. You will do work here, and you will also do work in D2L. Now, what you will do here will be saved in here, and I'll be able to pull the information from here. But what you will do in D2L will be saved in D2L, and I'll be able to pull the information from D2L. At the end of the day, everything will end up in D2L. I said that earlier. I'm saying it again. That's where you will go get all of your information. Now, in here, the first thing you're going to notice is you have to log in. Of course! Now, with that being said, I am going to send you, let me say that again. I am going to send you an email. Cisco going to produce the email, push it out to you. And in that email, it will clearly say log in using these credentials here, right? So you're going to log in, you're going to follow the steps and procedures to log in, and you're going to create a username and password, and you're going to pop up in here. You will use that username and password through the duration of all the Cisco classes you take. Remember, save that username, save that password, because that will be your key to enter inside of the Cisco going forward. Now, I'm going to go ahead and log in. Of course, I did this 100 times, and so it will be simple for me, but you will be starting from beginning of when you first get the email from Cisco. I'm going to produce it. Cisco going to send it to you. Just know that it's an email from Cisco, and you just got to make sure that you sign in appropriately. And if you have a problem, don't worry. Just contact me and we'll walk through it. Or come to my open office hour sessions and we'll walk through it. Now, when it comes to the office hour sessions, just make sure you know that it's between 5 and 6 p.m. And the reason I choose that because most people are off work at that time. And once you decide you want to come see me, send me an email so I'll know that you will be there. Sometimes I'm just sitting there and no one shows up. So I leave early and then a student come in later. Unbelievable. So like I said, you're going to see this in the email. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And we're going to walk through the class. Now, I'm going to do this like I did in the D2L from a student's point of view. So I'm going to come up here and view as a learner. They call it learner here. and you will be able to see all of your information for your class. Everything in here is pretty much open, so you'll be able to go in here and just get through your work, but make sure you follow your syllabus. Now, if you want to do some ahead of time, go ahead. If you can't upload it in D2L and give it to me, just create a folder on your desk and put all your work in that folder. Make sure your work is in that folder, because if anything ever come up missing, you can go right back to that folder and produce it for me. Okay? But as you can see, everything is in here. You have your resources in here where you will see all these labs. Now, you'll be able to see all these labs, but remember, I said in my D2L session that it's a folder on your D2L that have all these labs in here, but this is just a second place you can go to get your packet tracer labs. Okay? This is the course outline. And as you can see, if you proceed to click on one of the courses, the session, this My Knowledge Check, you don't really have to do that. You can do it if you want to, but just to see where you at, but you really don't need to do it. But make sure you go through every course. Follow your syllabus. As you can see, all of the information is in here. Now, like I said earlier, I am going to send you an email that's going to come directly from Cisco with your name in there, and all you have to do is log in to get in Cisco. Now, don't worry about any of this. I am going to be walking you through everything. You got your grade book over here. You got the content grade book. I don't do announcements here. I do announcements in D2L, so you should never get an announcement in here. If someone sent you an announcement in here, ignore it, because I don't do that. And anything else in here. So if there's anything else you need to know, this is your course. It's here. I'm going to send that email to you tonight. All you have to do is just go in here. Once you log in and create your account, that's what that email is about, creating an account. Once you create your account, you just proceed to start studying your material. And if anything is not open, you immediately contact me and let me know, hey, Professor, I can't take this quiz. I can't take this test. I can't do this, and I'll get on top of it. I give myself a 48-hour turnaround with emails, but most of the time, I'm right on top of it. Now, the next thing we're going to go into is where you will do all your work. And it's going to start with this called Packet Tracer. Now, Packet Tracer is an application that allows you to do networking without having a physical equipment. Now, I explain Packet Tracer in depth later on, but right now, I need you to download Packet Tracer, because that's where you're going to do all your work at. And the link is right here. Follow the link. Okay? And we'll go into explaining Packet Tracer in depth. Okay? So don't miss course introduction, because that's where you have to get Packet Tracer. And I can see a student emailing me talking about, Professor, where I go get Packet Tracer? It's in course introduction. Go in there. Do the work. Okay. So let's move on to the next thing and close this session out. As you can see, this was a short session. You log in, you create your account, but you wait for my link. Now, do not go to Cisco and create a link. I am going to send you a link. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we're back. Now remember, you have two portals that you use. One is called D2L. One is called Cisco Networking Academy, if anybody want to know what that means. In this particular section, we're going to talk about the tool that you will use. Remember, you have a folder that has X amount of files inside of that folder that you have to complete. And as you complete the files, you upload them to me so I can begin to check your grade, check your work. But we're going to talk about that tool that will allow you to do the work inside of here, which we call Packet Tracer. Now, let me just give you a little background of Packet Tracer. Packet Tracer was created for individuals who didn't have the monies or school departments that could purchase all of the Cisco equipment because it's expensive. It's an expensive equipment, but it's some of the best equipment on the planet. And I caveat that word some because to me it's the best. But anyway, let me not go down that road because there's a lot of people out there that debate with me. But so this tool was utilized, created for you to be able to utilize it. Let me get my words right. For you to be able to utilize it to create networks inside of here. Now, what we do in the industry is that we may use Packet Tracer, which is a simulation application mimicking what a real network is, or we may use another application, which I'll talk about that application later in another video, that may emulate a network. So you hear simulation tools and emulation tools, but they give you the ability to create networks so you can troubleshoot issues and problems on your working network. You try your best not to go to the working network and start troubleshooting problems because you don't want to cause a problem or you just don't want to shut the network down. But in most cases, you may have to do that because sometimes it's mission critical to solve a problem. But here, we can come create entire networks, see how they work, and then begin to put the network in production, meaning take what we would call a practical network and have it function. See, you're going to learn a lot of theory in these classes, but this tool allows you to take the theory and create what we call a practical application or a practical thing or a functioning network. So you have theory and you have practical, meaning that one, we can talk about it all day and of course it's going to mean that, and two, we can go to the practical and actually create it. And you're going to learn those two different things as you travel through these classes. We're going to read, we're going to study, but then we're going to take it into practice to show that we can do it. And that's what most managers want you to be able to do. So as you can see, I am choosing things and dropping them on the network. This is a router. This is a switch. I'm not going to get too heavy into this because I'm actually doing an entire demonstration of this. But that's what Packet Tracer is all about. Now, you're going to have some preloaded Packet Tracers. That means they already created. All you have to do is read the lessons and follow the steps. In my next video log that come out to you, you're going to see a couple of them come to you. And then I'm going to be talking about the lessons and demonstrating it on these computers or in Packet Tracer. Now remember, you have two portals. You have what we call D2L, that's the college portal. All of your work will be in there. All of your grades will be in there. Then you have where you go do your work, which is Cisco Netacad. And you have one tool that you're using right now, and that's called Packet Tracer. Okay, now for my CNS 141 students, I got something else for you, but right now, this is all you need to get started. Okay, this is enough about Packet Tracer. Remember, you have to go into Cisco Netacad, download it onto your computer. You have to go into D2L, download the files onto your computer, the working files, the files you will use in this class. And you're going to continue to watch Professor Sistrung's video. If this video helped you out, make sure you like and subscribe so you'll know. But I'm going to constantly send you videos about this networking. Like I said, I'm going to work with it through you. I'm going to get up in the morning, give me a cup of coffee, and go to work. Because I want to make sure you know that this is a class that is really easy to understand but you have to put the work in to really get it. This is Professor Sistrom. I hope that this video log helped you, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.